Welcome in, everybody. It's the coach. This is Madden 20 on EA Sports. Coming up, we've got a good one on tap between America's team, the Dallas Cowboys, and the New York Giants. I'll be back with you again with scores around the league at halftime. But kickoff right around the corner. And standing by to call the action, here are Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, we welcome everybody to the Garden State. EA Sports coverage of the NFL finds us at MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford, New Jersey. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Dallas Cowboys and the New York Giants. Alongside my partner, Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Godden. And, Charles, you take a look at this Giants ball club. They were winners last time out, so they'll be looking, Charles, to make it 2 in a row.
And what I enjoyed when I watched their game tape and their victory last week is they put it together in every phase. Good offense, good defense, and some key plays on special teams. Let's see if they can get that second win in a row.
Meanwhile, for the visitors here, the Cowboys, it's been all systems go in this first month. They're off to a 4-0 start.
And it's got folks believing that this is a team that's built to go all the way. You can't win the Super Bowl in September, but they're telling everyone that they're going to be there in the end.
Set to go now in Week 6 of the NFL season, and we are underway on EA Sports. This is taken at his 4. And look at this. Right away, a loose football. And he will score. Touchdown, Giants. Darius Slayton, his 3rd touchdown now on the year, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter.
I'm glad we were paying attention during the rules seminar because we learned the only time you can't advance a fumble like that is in the last 2 minutes of either half.
Right. Other than that, if that ball's out, whether forward or backwards, it's live and free for anybody.
No doubt about it. When you say free, that means he's got free reign to pick it up and go. And that's exactly what happened there. Took it in for a touchdown.
The first carry now for Tony Pollard. He'll have a first down past the 40. He's got the lane, and there he goes. And he does take it in for the touchdown, but a flag on the field, and I don't think this is going to stand.
Yeah, don't put the points on the board just yet.
And give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. Now Williams. He takes this from the 30 to the 34. 4 yards the result on the first play from scrimmage. 2nd down. Prescott, a quick throw caught by Cooper. And Charles, you see the numbers for Amari Cooper last week. He was pretty prophetic. He said before that game, I want to get in the end zone often. He got there 3 times.
Yeah, it's one thing to catch a lot of footballs. That is important, but it's what you do after the catch that can make you great. And he had a great game last week.
Tackle made that time by Dalvin Tomlinson.
Mike 50, Mike 50. You can't block me. You can't block me.
On 2nd down, it's Pollard. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. The tally there, -2 yards, brings up 3rd down. On 3rd down, it's Prescott. It's complete to Williams.
Partner, I think that completion takes the definition of dink and dunk to a different level, doesn't it?
It does, and the defense was right there, kind of played into their hands. And the win last week punted 4 times as this one's away. And this one hits at the 3 and then bounds into the end zone for a touchback. So now here are the Giants as they'll get their first opportunity here. They'll be taken out by the product of the University of Louisville, the talented Teddy Bridgewater.
And his stat line last week, that's not going to get him to the Pro Bowl. All right, no touchdowns, no interceptions, but they won. And so the bottom line for him is team won, managed the game effectively, led them to victory. He's doing all the right things.
A good start to the drive here as that's caught out on the left side. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. First down, Giants on a pickup of 14. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Here's Bridgewater. He'll complete this to Ingram as tight end. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8. And the starting offense now for the Giants.
And the schedule makers have given them a little break right here. Back-to-back home games, and they won last week. So they're trying to make it 2 in a row before they hit the road next week. They have to take advantage of this break in the schedule.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Bridgewater. He was looking for Evan Ingram, the tight end. And it's 3rd down. Time for a look at our starters here on defense. This unit coming into this one ranked number 20 against the pass in the NFL.
And even though that's not the greatest ranking in the world, one thing you can say, they get after the quarterback. They're in the top 10 in the league in sacks.
So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Bridgewater to throw it. And Tate's got it. And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys 43. So from Cowboy territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 43. Bridgewater looking for Shepard deep. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. 2nd down. So 2nd down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43. Now a first carry for Derrick Henry. And once again, not much running room, if any at all. On 3rd down, Bridgewater. And he will go down. A Cowboys sack. Leighton Vander Esch wreaking havoc with a sack.
Well, the pass rush has been a real strength of late. They know how to get after the quarterback.
Absolutely. 4 sacks last week. That's their first one here. Anything in particular you've seen from them or on film?
I think that they're winning athletically up front, winning those one-on-one battles, but also when the offensive line wants to keep everyone in and mass protect, they know how to scheme their way back to the quarterback as well.
So they'll play the field position game here as a very nice punt is going to pin them back.
Yeah, it's almost like watching a game of tennis, or do you prefer ping pong, you know, back and forth like that? That definitely was excellent, wasn't it?
Play fake. Here's Prescott looking deep downfield. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. A very nice pickup of 33 yards. Well, that'll help get you out of danger. So much for playing it conservatively back towards your own goal line.
That aggressive mentality, sometimes you can use it, and they did there against a defense who probably thought to themselves, there's no way they take a shot here this deep in their own territory.
Just like that, out of danger and up past the 40 now for 1st and 10. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. On 2nd and 9, Prescott. Looking left sideline, but it's incomplete. The intended target, the tight end, Austin Seferian-Jenkins. And it'll bring up 3rd down. Prescott from the gun on 3rd. He gets it to Brown, complete. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 45-yard line.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
Now a first down carry. It's Williams. Andrew Sendejo in on the stop. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. They run the counter. Pollard. And he's going to get this pretty close to the first down marker at the Giants' 36. On 3rd and 1, here's Prescott. And he's able to hook up with Michael Gallup. And he gets it down a yard or two shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds. A 3-yard gain and enough for the first down.
And Brandon, from our time in college football, where receivers weren't running the traditional NFL route tree, one thing they did learn, find open areas, find soft spots, and set up and catch the ball. And I think we just saw that there.
Yeah, we saw that indeed, picking up the first. They stay on the ground. This time it's Williams. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and they're going to face a 3rd down.
Count me as a little bit surprised by what we just saw there, because this has been a pretty long drive, and normally you think that wears down a defense. In this case, looked like the offensive line let them down a little bit.
They allowed the penetration and the ability to stuff him for a loss. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th. Well, you can see what they wanted to do. They wanted to set up the screen there, but it got blown up.
It's hard to run that play if you're not getting a lot of pressure at the quarterback because the space doesn't open up. They were able to read that one and slow it down and stop it before they could get a first down.
So the field goal there caps what winds up to be an 11-play drive.
Well, partner, that's a lot of offense to run there to only get 3 points. So I just wonder, are they going to recycle those plays because they were successful in getting 3? Or do you go to another section of the playbook trying to find ones that get you into the end zone, get you 6?
And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30 to the 33-yard line. And New York set to take the field. And hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win first down. You win second down. And guess what? You start accumulating first downs. And that's what they need in order to not punt the ball again.
From the 35 on 2nd down, Bridgewater. And to the 43. So down inside the 45 to the 43-yard line. That's where they'll take over.
Oh, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
So here are the Cowboys to take over. They're on a 3-game winning streak, and right now looking good in this one as well.
Check. 3 buzz, 3 buzz, 3 buzz. Watch the twist. Watch the twist.
They'll go with Pollard here on 1st down. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 13.
It's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
Here's Pollard. Able to fight through 1 tackle. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field.
Holding offense.
So on the big tight end, holding.
Each and every year, we talk about very few tight ends coming into the league that are polished blockers or asked to do it a lot in college. So it's a constant struggle and a constant fight to learn how to do it without holding.
He'll get 3, but it leaves him with a big hole here on 3rd and very long. 3rd and long for Prescott. We haven't seen much from him running the football here in this first quarter.
No, you're right about that. We haven't seen much of him at all so far. They've stacked him up pretty well, but when you're trying to run the football, sometimes you got to play the long game. Keep handing it to him, and some of those runs that aren't working now, they turn into 6, 7, 8, and maybe more later on.
Watch the slant.
On the draw, it's Pollard. And down inside the 15 he goes. 14 yards, good for a Cowboy first down. What makes a draw play like that successful?
Well, we did see where he made the first wave miss, and that was a big part of it. But a lot of it is just being actors back there, making the defense think it's going to be a pass.
Here's Prescott, and nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete. The free safety, Trey Boston, there to knock it away. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. And he's got his man on the out route. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. The Cowboys on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. Now Prescott. And he's going to go down. Sacked back at the 13-yard line. Dexter Lawrence drops him for a 4-yard loss there, and that brings up 4th down. And we say it all the time, have to be able to get rid of the ball sooner than that.
You have to help your offensive line out. They're going to protect you as best they can. And if you're getting 3 to 5 seconds to throw the ball, they're doing a really nice job. But when you hold it and give up a sack, you're really almost discrediting their work.
And Butker able to put this one through. And they're able to double their lead in this first half. It's 6-0. No problems in the field goal department so far. He's 2 for 2.
Pretty reliable here in this game, isn't he? And to me, that bodes well for them. If they need him late in the game, his confidence should be sky high.
This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. Getting set to go again here, Teddy Bridgewater coming back onto the field. And he comes out on the heels of an interception he threw last time they had the ball.
Yeah, and you know, the quarterbacks that I know that are the best ones, the ones that really know how to lead their team, they tell them, that's on me. That's my bad. But let's go back out there and move ahead again, guys. We can get this done.
One good thing for him, it did only lead to 3 points and not a touchdown after that turnover.
Big thanks to the defense.
And he'll get about 3 as he takes this up near the 25. To throw is Bridgewater. It's caught. Shepard. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Give him 18 there, and the Giants have a first down.
First and 10 at the 43-yard line. You don't know no better.
On 1st and 10, Bridgewater. And that is incomplete. They were trying to get it there to Sterling Shepard. And now it's 2nd down. So 2nd down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43. Bridgewater now finds his tight end Ingram. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. It's a gain of 11 and a Giant first down. Bridgewater on 1st down. Now he's hit, and Bridgewater loses the football. But I believe the Giants got this back, and they will hold on to the possession.
On plays like this, when the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. It's a pickup of 8 yards to move them into a 3rd and 13 here. The Giants on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is going to be 3rd and 13. Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect. So a couple of first downs on this drive, but it's looking like another empty possession.
And those empty possessions are certainly starting to pile up. So the adjustments that teams talk about all the time have to be taking place. They've got to analyze what's breaking down and figure a way to fix it.
Amari Cooper and the Cowboys set to take over once again. He's well on his way to a 1,000-yard season, maybe on pace to just tear past that, Charles. Defensively, they need to pay a little bit more attention to him.
Yeah, I think so, because remember, throwing the football, that can shred a defense quicker than anything else, because as soon as the catch is made, he still has the ability to, yards after catch, get downfield, gain even more, score touchdowns, all of that. This is going to be a lot of fun to watch as this progresses, to see how they defend him and how he changes up his game in order to try and keep getting open.
To throw is Prescott. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. A big third down pickup of 20 yards.
The goal for any offense versus a zone defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. That's going to set him back 5 yards. They'll run with Pollard. A good comeback there after the penalty, 9 yards, and it's 2nd and 6. From the 41, Prescott, and that going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down. The Cowboys on 3rd down. They've hit 4 of 7. This will be 3rd and 6. Now Prescott. And tight coverage there. It's knocked away, incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? Zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
Well, I was watching him in warm-ups, and he hit a 62-yarder that hit the crossbar and went over this one a little bit inside of that, but not enough leg.
And the difference is what?
Well, your live conditions, right?
Live conditions, game conditions are a whole lot different than practice, where you just pop it up there, no rush, no pressure. I think maybe that takes a couple yards away from you when you have to do it when it's real.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Chidobe Awuzie with a pick. And he'll bring this all the way up to the 45-yard line.
And, Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively. Not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you've got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
And now Dallas gets set to take the field. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline, they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just to be on the safe side, I'm sure they told their offensive guys, can we get a little bit closer this time?
Closer.
Yeah, I'd rather get in the end zone first and foremost. But if all else fails, less of a field goal attempt for him.
Now Pollard. And he's going to get this past the 50 and into Giant territory. Still about 3 yards shy of a first as the 4-yard pickup brings it to 3rd down. They'll try and run for it. Here's Williams. Oh, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. He needed 3. He got 2. Now that'll set up an interesting situation here on 4th and a yard.
So many things go into making a good play on defense. In this situation, just not being blown out of the way was a big start, and then a nice tackle to finish things off.
A first update from Levi's Stadium in Santa Clara, and the 49ers are out to the early lead. That one tight to this point, and you'd have to imagine it'll stay tight throughout. New York set to take the field. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. That's on Kevin Zeitler, acquired in the Odell Beckham trade. They'll wind up losing a full 10 yards on the play. Here's Bridgewater. Throw left side, complete to Ingram. And they'll bring him down right around the 13. It'll be a 3-yard gain, and it'll be a 2nd and long. Throwing on 2nd and long. Bridgewater, and he fumbled it. It's on the ground. It's picked up by the Cowboys. And they'll be inside the red zone with a ball at the 16-yard line. So the defense there, opportunistic.
It's nice to give them credit, isn't it? Because so many times it's more a matter of what the offensive guy didn't do. He didn't secure the ball, didn't cover up. In this case, let's just give credit to where it belongs. Knocked it free, made a big play.
A look at the running back, the man out of the backfield as he gears up to go again. A good job in the passing game, decent job in the running game, but really they've been more effective through the air. We'll see if that shifts at all as this goes on.
Thus far, it feels like they're calling this game in reverse. Normally you run to set up the pass. Here it feels like they're passing, hoping to set up the run and be more effective later on in the game.
And you can do it both ways. We usually talk about it in the reverse, however.
No doubt about it.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Prescott. And this is taken in one-handed. What a catch. And they're going to lose some on this play. Being knocked back to the 18.
Gotta love the catch. I think you gotta love the gloves as well.
Yeah, these one-handed catches, that was great, and they're fun. They're becoming a little more ho-hum right there.
Yeah, they really are. And I know that it sounds like we're taking credit away from the guys, and we don't mean that at all. They really work hard on this one-handed catch thing, but I think the gloves have to be helping in a big way.
They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Prescott yet again. Being chased out left. And he will score. Touchdown, Cowboys. Dak Prescott with touchdown number 12 on the year. And the Cowboys, they push out in front further.
I wonder if he changed anything on his play sheet or they just executed better. Because they had 2 previous drives that ended in field goals. Before this one, they finally were able to put into the end zone.
Well, whatever he did, speaking of the offensive coordinator, might be using that formula going forward. It worked there.
Yeah, it worked very well. He and his field general in pretty good sync right now. They're starting to move the ball well.
Extra point right down the middle. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. So that drive, 4 plays. And it's culminated by a 2-yard touchdown run. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The defense for the Cowboys getting set to go. And a big reason they have the lead right now, as we see on the screen, their 3 turnovers.
And how about the emotion now that the defensive team is generating for the entire team? Creating the turnovers, what they call takeaways, and turning those into points for their team. That's why they have the lead, and that's got to be exciting for those guys on the defensive side of the ball.
They'll start on the ground. It's Derrick Henry. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And that'll make this a 2nd and 13. Now Bridgewater. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. The Giants on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is going to be 3rd and 13. Throwing, Bridgewater. And the pressure will get to him. He goes down. Now there is a flag on the play, but this looks like holding on the offense. So instead of giving them another 3rd down, they'll decline it, brings up 4.
Now that's smart football right there. You don't even have to really spend a lot of time considering it. Just know that you're probably going to get the ball back. Good job declining that penalty.
Call it 46 yards on the punt, just a single yard on the return as he was covered quickly. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. Getting set to go again as we look at the back heading onto the field again. The passing game, they've had more success there than the running game. Maybe something they game plan for.
How come they didn't tell us about it?
Because they wanted to keep it a secret.
We did ask, didn't we? But I think what happened in this one is they've realized that they've established the run pretty well, and teams are going to key on that. They thought they could open it up and have success through the air, and that's exactly what's going on.
Yeah, they've had success, at least so far here in the second quarter. Run for Pollard. Second down, a little more productive than first. 7 yards on the gain. It gets him to 3rd and 3 now. 3rd and short yardage. Prescott. He's going to find Gallup here complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Give him 10 there. Good enough for a Cowboy first down. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football.
Get ready, get ready, get ready.
And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
Sorry, we get slap happy up here sometimes. Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. Tony Pollard out of the backfield, the intended target. They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. Prescott to throw it. Finding a safety valve here. That's complete. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. Throwing again on 2nd down. Prescott. He's got the connection to Cooper. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 29-yard line. Prescott looks to throw on 1st. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete. Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 29. And again, it's Prescott. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And, he's going to be brought down by the face mask. Here come the flags. This is going to get him a first down. Officials so cognizant of that call nowadays, but that would look pretty easy.
Yeah, you're right. They took out of their hands having to wonder whether it's a 5-yard or a 15-yard, inadvertent or not. Now, it's a lot easier. You see it, you call it.
And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. From the red zone now, Prescott to the end zone, but it's incomplete.
I'm going to need some help with this one. How did he miss it? Wide open in the end zone. He's not hurried. He's not hit. And somehow, incomplete?
Yeah.
What happened?
During film study, that's one where he's just going to shake his head, not be able to believe it.
6 points go by the wayside on that one.
Now here's Pollard. And he will take it in for a Cowboy score. Tony Pollard, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Cowboys, they push out in front further.
I heard a coach talk about those late-in-the-half scores, especially ones that give your team a pretty decent cushion. He said those could be the ones that can finish off a squad if you let them.
Yeah, they've got the cushion. This half has been theirs. Butker now to add the extra point. And that one pushes the lead up to an even 20. That time, a 9-play drive. And it's culminated by a 2-yard touchdown run. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. And we spotlight Derrick Henry now. They haven't been able to get him on track. They haven't been able to get this offense on track. No points so far.
Maybe it's time to start doing a few different things. Throwing the ball a little bit, maybe featuring other people touching it for a while, and then you've got a chance to come back to him when things have changed a little bit. They have to make an adjustment.
Well, still time for him here as we sit in the second quarter. The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. To throw again on 2nd down, Bridgewater. They're going to Gallman here on the screen. Now the Giants will use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2. A first down throw for Bridgewater. That's complete to Gallman. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39. The Giants going to burn their third and final timeout as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half.
It's just me and you. It's just me and you.
Looking to throw again on second down. Bridgewater. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. They had the catch on second down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at third down here. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach!
All right, Brandon, thanks. A few teams starting to rise to the top as it's time to take you around the NFL here in Week 6. Lastly, let's check on one final game for you. And you can see they are scoreless as they play the second quarter. In the game you're watching, you've seen a strong first half out of Dak Prescott. His guys have a 3-touchdown lead as we're about ready to go into the second half. And to get you through it, we give it back to Brandon Gaudin.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. This will be taken in at the 1. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. And New York set to take the field. And that first half, one to forget really on both sides of the ball. They got to find some way to string something together here, don't they?
Yeah, they're down big right now. So as you mentioned, trying to find something to string together, get some consistency, something sustained, maybe calm their whole team down and find a way to get back in this one.
Yeah, because right now you're down big, you're being shut out. Let's see if this is the drive that kind of kickstarts them. He lost 9 there. That's really going to set him back for second down. After the penalty, it's Henry. And Henry's hit. He lost the football.
They don't want it, fellas. They don't want it. Keep
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover.
Let's go, defense. Let's go, defense.
From the 35 on second down, Bridgewater. He's got his man. This is Tate. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. They go play action. Bridgewater. It's hauled in by Shepard. And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line. 17 yards and a Giant first down.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Heavy on the edges, heavy on the edges.
So the false start will back them up 5.
False start, offense.
Nate Solder, the left tackle. He's the culprit. A false start backs him up 5. 1st and 15. Derrick Henry. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
Watch the curl, watch the curl, watch the curl. Check, check.
Again, it's Henry. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. 5 yards gets him back near the original line of scrimmage as they'll be left with a 3rd and long. Bridgewater throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 18. This drive, it's been a good mix. 3 passing plays, 3 runs, hitting on all 3 of those passes, and the last one putting him in the red zone.
So wouldn't you think play action right here? Because you've got the ability and had the ability to run it and throw it. Go play action and take your shot at the end zone.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Back to the ground now. It's Henry. Able to fight for about 4 yards there to the 13. So it's 3rd and 6, and this will be the 8th play of the drive. From the gun, Bridgewater. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
Sometimes it's just not your day. There's another failure right there on 3rd down.
Rosa's kick is good, and that will move the deficit from 20 down to 17. So a good drive there to begin quarter number 3, but they're only able to shave 3 points off the lead.
Well, something's better than nothing, all right? They didn't play particularly well in the first half, but they definitely need him to step on the accelerator now and play a whole lot better.
This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll bring it back to just about the 25, call it the 24-yard line. The Cowboys offense now, they head out for their first possession of the second half. They are just putting things together so well here, drive after drive. They really have captured the momentum, haven't they?
They've taken momentum and pretty much not just given him a jersey, but a seat on the bench as well. Whatever do you need, you've got it, because the way they're stringing things together and creating that distance between them and their opponent, it's really hard to narrow that gap. And the other part is they're taking their spirit away from them, too.
Yeah, now they're just looking to add to that total. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. Now flags will come in. I think this one's going to be on the defense for jumping. So a jump there defensively.
And it's a killer. Watch the football. Don't move across the line of scrimmage until the ball moves.
So a 1st and 5 now after the 5-yard penalty from the neutral zone infraction. Now a shotgun handoff to Pollard. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards. Here's Pollard again. And he'll get it down here to the 43.
Come on now, let's go.
So the drive takes him into Giants territory now, 1st and 10 at the 43. Off the draw, here's Williams. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. Now that sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to 2nd down.
It's our field. It's our field. Hey, it's our house.
On 2nd down now, Pollard, and able to push forward for right around 3 yards down to the 42. The line to gain is the 33 on 3rd down. From the shotgun, it's Prescott. And that is incomplete.
Easy work. It's easy work, and it's coming again.
You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. Online, but off the crossbar, no good. A long-range effort denied 3 points at the very end. All things considered, a pretty good kick, just cruel punishment there to be denied by the crossbar.
If you're going to hit from that distance, sometimes you're going to need a little luck, and unfortunately for him, This time, the break goes against him.
New York set to take the field. And tough to win games if you're going field goal, field goal, field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
They're looking for the big chunk now because, as you noted, the field goal way of doing it makes it that much harder and puts more pressure on every possession for you now. Go ahead and get 6 and feel a lot more comfortable about the position they're in.
Bigger chunks. We'll see if they can get the score. And he's got this one across midfield into Cowboy territory. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. From the 45 on 2nd down, Bridgewater. DeMarcus Lawrence has now recorded 10 sacks on the season.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Bridgewater now. And he's going to go down again. Taco Charlton providing a little deja vu, back-to-back sacks, and now they're staring at a 4th and long.
I think we've seen this before. Someone's down 3 scores. That situation there, it's just going to add to their growing frustrations, don't you think?
Yeah, a bad number 3 right now. 3-score game, 3rd quarter, 3 and out, not what they wanted. And you can tell on the sideline, those faces are getting a little bit longer as this one goes. Quick update from Levi's Stadium. Now, you saw the score at the bottom of your screen a moment ago. We got a good one going on there. And we'll keep an eye on that one as our game goes along here. And that'll hit at the 5 and go into the end zone for a touchback. Here's the Dallas offense now heading back out onto the field. And they had compiled a pretty long drive last time. Unfortunately, though, it ended with no points after the missed field goal.
And that can hurt the psyche of a team because as they drove downfield, you know you're never supposed to count points in your mind until they go up on the board. But let's face it, we've been there. We've seen teams before. They were counting on those points. They didn't get them. Can they come back now, start over again, and grind it out?
One play has him to the 37 here for 1st and 10.
I'm coming after you. I'm coming.
Now a give here to Pollard. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Gonna run again here with Pollard. And they see right through that defensively as he'll be hit and taken down to the backfield.
Well, partner, I guess sometimes it's just a matter of philosophy. Some say run until they absolutely stop you, and others say, well, when you think they're about to stop you, fool them a little bit. I guess they should have tried to fool them on that play.
Looking to throw. Prescott. He's going to go for a big play downfield. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
One of the toughest things about playing defensive back is pattern reading, trying to figure out what they're doing. And on that one, they had to fly, just sending a guy downfield with the in route accompanying it, what people call a dagger route, trying to hit the guy underneath after the clear out. In this case, though, they're not able to get it done.
Yeah, they said forget the underneath route. They went for the guy on the fly, but as you said, incomplete. And for an offense that is struggling, this is not where you want to start from. Great punt.
Fantastic punt. And for all those who wonder, what do punters do during the course of practice each and every day? The best ones do what we just saw there. Work on positioning the football and helping their team.
Now the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves them with 2 to go on 2nd down. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. He completes it to Tate. And he'll lose yardage on this one back to the 13. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. Here's Gallman, and they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it'll be 4th down.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker, and what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
Officially, that'll go as a 52-yard punt. Not too shabby. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the third quarter. You're 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time, you're also not going pell-mell like you would in 2-minute offense. This is what NFL offenses call 4-minute football. Take the clock out of the game a little bit, wind it down, but at the same time, keep advancing the ball down the field.
First down, and it's Pollard again. And he's got this one just across midfield to the 49. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
A 7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3 at the 49-yard line.
And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. On 2nd down, Pollard. And he'll get this into enemy territory, but not by much, as he's down to the 48. Trying to run for it with Pollard. And he's got the first down yardage before he's brought down at the 42. A nice first down pickup on a gain of 6.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the fourth as it was way back in the first, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
After a play like that, there should be congratulations all the way around, I think, because if you can stop a big fullback like that, that's not easily done.
Yeah, he does not go down easily. You're right, but he did there.
Push him back.
On 2nd and 11 now. Prescott. Safarian Jenkins has it. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. On 3rd down, it's Pollard. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. Give him 9 on the pickup, but they're still a few inches short now on 4th down. This late in the game, Charles, I think you maybe seriously have to think about going for it.
Especially where they are in terms of field position, because this is almost like no man's land. Might hurt your punter because there might not be enough space, maybe too far for your field goal kicker. I'm like the old rule. Possession is 9/10 of the law. Possession is 9/10 of winning the game. Go for it. Get the first down. Close it out.
So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the fourth.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
This is taken at his 4. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line.
Baby, let's go. Let's go.
The Giants offense now gets ready to head back onto the field. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
Well, you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete. Golden Tate, his intended receiver, and it's 3rd down. So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. First down, Giants on a pickup of 14.
Yeah, they really needed to get something going, didn't they? They had punted on the last 2 possessions. The running game starting to come to the front for them, providing a nice pickup there to keep this drive going.
Now this throw caught left side, and he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags. So they'll take the yardage and tack on 15 more for the face mask.
Talk about a play that absolutely costs you in the end. Just trying to do your job, right? Trying to get him on the ground. Next thing you know, they're marching off another 15 against your squad.
To throw, Bridgewater. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. Give him 2 yards on that play, and it'll be a second down. So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on first down. Here's Bridgewater. Oh, nearly picked. And maybe lucky there. This guy doesn't drop many defensively. 3rd down.
Let's go, D.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. They set up the screen for Henry. Now the screen only good for 3 that time, and it'll bring up a 4th down. A critical one here if they're going to have any shot at this thing. So they'll go for it on 4th down. 4th down, they're going. Bridgewater. And this is going to be incomplete. The Giants go on 4th but come up empty. And the Cowboys defense is going to get them the football back. So they'll trudge off the field with a bitter taste in their mouths after that failed 4th down conversion.
Yeah, there'll be a lot of analysis there on the sidelines. Was it the right call? Was it against the right defense? Should they have even gone for it at all? Will that change what they do going forward in this game? A lot of questions to be answered by them. The defense doesn't really care. They're like, bring it on again. We'll stop you the next time, too.
Watch the run, watch the run.
They'll keep it on the ground. Pollard, he fights forward for a couple with a penalty flag down. And the linemen, they're already walking back. That's on Lyle Collins, free agent signee who was originally thought of as a first-round draft pick.
Tighten up, tighten up.
They'll keep it on the ground. Pollard, and he'll take this up only to about his 18-yard line. They get just a yard back there, and now they'll be looking at a tough 3rd and 15. On 3rd down, here's Williams. 2 yards on the pickup there. It's 4th down.
Baby, get him, boy. Get him, boy.
We often talk of situational football. Let's just call it team football. The defense did their job, got off the field, brought up a punting situation, so they're turning the ball back over to their offense. You think those guys will get along very well right now? Of course they will. Defense helped the offense. Now it's their turn to take it downfield.
And call that an even 50 yards on the punt with 7 on the return. And it'll be Giant football 1st and 10. Bridgewater. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down. Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35. Here's Bridgewater. Pass incomplete, but the flag in the backfield, and this might be a roughing call.
Roughing the passer, defense.
I think you'd agree that looked like the right call from up here.
No doubt about it. And what everyone has to understand is that the officials are going to be right on the play each and every time. You may not like the call, but they're usually spot on.
It's a gain of 7, and it'll bring up a 2nd down. Able to get 7 on that 1st down pass play. 2nd and 3. On the draw, this is Goldman. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's Bridgewater. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Throwing, Bridgewater. Finds his tight end, Ingram. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. Well, they need to get to the 29 if they want to pick up a 1st here on 3rd down. A delayed give to Goldman. And they're able to get this one past the 30 to the 25-yard line. It's a gain of 11 and a Giant 1st down. On 1st and 10, Bridgewater. And this is Shepard on the catch. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays. With that grab, he now sits at 200 for his career, and maybe more importantly, a 1st down. They'll try and run for it with Henry. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. Only a yard that time. 2nd and goal. 2nd and goal from inside the 5. Now Gallman. Absolutely nobody fooled there. He's going nowhere fast as he stopped behind the line of scrimmage. They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes 3rd and goal. Out of the gun, Bridgewater. This will be caught at about the 6. And he goes backwards on this one, losing yardage to the 7. Tough sledding. They lose a yard there on 3rd. A field goal does you no good, so they're going to stay out there and go for it on 4th. Bridgewater to throw for it on 4th. And never good on a pass completion there to go the wrong way. Lost yardage.
No, for some reason it seems to work better when you throw it downfield or you can move the ball downfield running it that way, doesn't it? But in this case, if you're the defensive guys, you're energized, executed well, and you caused a lost yardage play. That's going to feel good and look great in film.
They run on 1st down as they're able to get this forward for about 4. The veteran Jamie Collins there on the tackle. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Cowboys in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And no doubt what they're looking to do is just salt away the final couple of minutes and escape with a win. And they'll bring him down here right around the 17-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. They'll keep it on the ground. Pollard. He's got a 1st down past the 30. And he's going to get this all the way up to the 30-yard line. 14 yards, good for a Cowboy 1st down. So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Hey, switch gears, switch gears.
Williams. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5. The 1st down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5.
Let's go.
Gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5 at the 35-yard line.
So this one will end in a victory for the Dallas Cowboys. And this was about as close to a shutout as you can get. I mean, barring a game where you only allow a safety, but this was the next best thing. Just the field goal. That's all they gave up.
Yeah, and you know something, they're going to be disappointed because they gave up the field goal. But deep inside, somewhat satisfied as well, because you know how hard it is to keep people from scoring in this league. And the idea that you just gave up 3, yeah, your coaches will get on you. They'll say, we should have had the shutout. But they also will be pretty satisfied with that type of a performance.
So for the Cowboys, that's now 5 wins on the campaign as they get the job done here. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for the Giants, the losses are piling up as they drop to 1-5 now. And they'll try to get back on the beam next week as they'll head to Cleveland to take on the Browns. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our entire crew.